Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources.
Washington Post World, August 29, 12:25 America, New York. Hurricane brushes Puerto Vallarta, heads up Mexico coast. Hurricane Nora is churning northward up Mexico's Pacific coast toward the narrow Gulf of California, after making a sweep past the Puerto Vallarta area. New York Times World News, August 29, 12:15 America, New York. U.S. diplomats are unlikely to stay in Afghanistan after troops leave. The U.S. mission to Afghanistan will likely open in a country elsewhere in the region. The exterior of the U.S. Embassy in Kabul, seen late on August 15, the day the Taliban took control of the city. RT World News, August 29, 12 o'clock America, New York. U.S. airstrike hits suicide bomber vehicle posing imminent threat to Kabul airport, Pentagon. The U.S. has struck alleged suicide bombers in the Afghan capital, Kabul, according to the Taliban and a Pentagon spokesman. The strike hit a vehicle laden with explosives, apparently bound for the airport.
Time, August 29, 11:54 America, New York. U.S. drone strike kills suicide bombers targeting Kabul airport. Kabul, Afghanistan. A U.S. drone strike Sunday struck a vehicle carrying multiple suicide bombers from Afghanistan's Islamic State affiliate before they could target the ongoing military evacuation at Kabul's international airport, American officials said.
BBC News World, August 29, 11:50 America, New York. Yemen war. Drone attack on government airbase kills 30 soldiers. Pro-government forces say Houthi rebels targeted the base with missiles and armed drones.
New York Times World News, August 29, 11:48 America, New York. Houses of worship struggle with fear of Delta's rise within their congregations. The variant spread came just as churches began welcoming back faithful parishioners during Thursday evening Spanish Mass at Our Lady of Lourdes Church in Harlem.
Fox World News, August 29, 11:46 America, New York. Stranded in Kabul. Americans, LPRs, civs stopped at Taliban checkpoint. Video from Kabul shows a group of U.S. citizens, LPRs and civs stranded at a Taliban checkpoint.
August 29, 11:28 America, New York. Kanye West releases new album, Donda, after delay. After a delay and multiple listening events in recent weeks, Kanye West released his new studio album, Donda, on Sunday. August 29, 11:23 America, New York. U.S. carried out an airstrike in Kabul on Sunday, according to a defense official. Fears grow for those left behind as Kabul airport evacuation nears end.
Fox World News, August 29, 11:23 America, New York. British government to ban single-use plastic utensils. The British government has announced plans to ban single-use plastic utensils in England as part of a wide-ranging environmental bill that aims to tackle plastic pollution.
August 29, 11:16 America, New York. U.S. carries out Kabul airstrike targeting suspected ISIS-K car bomb posing imminent threat to airport. Live updates. There are about 250 Americans still in Afghanistan, State Department says. Romney, U.S. potentially leaving Americans and Afghan allies after withdrawal, a moral stain.
Wall Street Journal World News, August 29, 11:13 America, New York. U.S. carries out airstrike to prevent Kabul airport attack. A U.S. drone struck a vehicle packed with explosives in a residential area of Kabul, preventing an imminent attack on the city's airport, the Pentagon said.
New York Times World News, August 29, 11:07 America, New York. Biden to attend return of service members killed in Kabul bombing. They include 11 Marines, a Navy medic and a member of the Army. President Biden and the First Lady, Jill Biden, arriving at Dover Air Force Base, Dell, on Sunday.
Fox World News, August 29, 11:05 America, New York. U.S. carries out airstrike against vehicle bomb in Kabul, U.S. official confirms. The U.S. military conducted an airstrike in a crowded neighborhood northwest of Kabul's international airport Sunday in order to deter a possible bombing, a U.S.
Wall Street Journal World News, August 29, 11 o'clock America, New York. Soaring prices in Canada draw pledges to build housing. As a national election approaches, polling indicates housing affordability has emerged as one of the top voter concerns not related to COVID-19. Wall Street Journal World News. August 29. 11 o'clock America New York, TV sitcom writers are thrust into Afghans' plight. Writers on United States of Al, a CBS sitcom about an Afghan interpreter resettled in Ohio with his former Marine fighting partner, are working to get relatives out of the chaos at the Kabul airport.
August 29, 10:54 America New York, new California wildfire grows to 1,200 acres in less than 6 hours. As many in the southeastern United States brace for Hurricane Ida, across the country in California some San Diego County residents have been forced from their homes because of a new, fast-growing wildfire.
BBC News World. August 29, 10:52 America New York, Afghanistan, taxi driver, shopkeeper, UK victims of Kabul attack. Relatives and friends of Mohammad Niazi and Musa Popal pay tribute after Thursday's blasts.
Fox World News. August 29, 10:47 America New York, Marine fired for slamming military over Afghan exit issues warning to superiors. The maverick Marine fired after he released a now viral video slamming the U.S. military for botching the exit from Kabul issued a clear threat to his aging superiors Saturday.
August 29, 10:46 America New York, explosion in Kabul neighborhood near airport. U.S. carried out an airstrike in Kabul on Sunday. According to a defense official, fears grow for those left behind as Kabul airport evacuation nears end.
Time, August 29, 10:45 America New York, President Biden to pay respects to U.S. troops killed in Afghanistan. Dover Air Force Base, Dell. President Joe Biden embarked on a solemn journey Sunday to honor and mourn the 13 U.S. troops killed in the suicide attack near the Kabul airport as their remains return to U.S.
World CBS News, com. August 29, 10:41 America New York, U.S. airstrike takes out ISIS-K vehicle packed with explosives in Kabul. The strike was the second against the militant group since a deadly attack against U.S. forces last week. World CBS News, com. August 29, 10:39 America New York, Afghanistan. The deadline nears. Correspondent Charlie D'Agata reports on a time of turmoil and tragedy in Kabul, leading up to this Tuesday's deadline for U.S. forces to leave the country.